Hello. How are you y'all this evening? I am good. Had a good busy day, but hey, it went by quickly. And I love it when work goes by quick. Love it, love it, love it. Trying to find myself on Facebook here. There I am. Awesome. Okay. See. Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you joined me. How are ya? I'm doing good. I hope you are. We'll wait just a moment. We'll see if anybody else shows up. If not, we'll get started. I'm prepared, I think. I always say that. Hi, Jeannie Ruby. Glad you joined us. I was just telling Kathy I'm prepared, I think. But I always say that, and there's always something I miss. You know. Oh, well. That's me. That isn't me. Anyway, I've got 3 cards prepared. I started on one of them because I didn't want it to take as long, because it dawned on me why. Oh, I missed being here last week too, Jeannie. I sure did. I did a 1-card live Wednesday morning. No, let me take that back. It was Wednesday afternoon after lunch, and because I just had to get on here. So, hi, Debbie. But anyway, but I really miss being on here. But I'm going to tell you, Revival was awesome. It was totally awesome. I'm so glad I went. It's just, I wouldn't have missed it anyway. I just love our evangelist. He comes once a year. We have 2 revivals every year at our church. And our fall revival is the same man every year. And I just love listening to him. He's really great. And so it was, I loved it. The only night I missed was Sunday night because I was working Sunday. So anywho's, but I am prepared, and I guess we can go ahead and get started. Let's see what time it is. It's a couple of minutes after 2. We can wait a minute or so and see if anybody else comes. Oh, did y'all have a good weekend? Hi, Jessie. Glad you're here. Yes, I am. Excuse me. So, but tonight we're going to do some embossing and some coloring. We're going to do some, I know, I'm proud of you. Hey, Laquita. Oh, I'm so glad you joined us. All right. Let's just say we're going to do some embossing tonight. We're going to do some watercoloring with the watercolor pencils. I did some coloring with my, well, Flitter-dee-dee. My mind just went totally blank. That's not unusual. My stamping plans. I went ahead and colored and cut out nearly everything because I fussy cutted. And I didn't want y'all to have to wait while I fussy cutted all this stuff. So I went ahead and stamped, and I cut out almost all of the last one. But I wanted to save, oh, I know you love embossing, Jessie. You know, I want to save the rest of the last one so I can show y'all how I fussy cut. And fussy cutting is not my most favorite thing, but you know, whenever you want things cut out and they don't have dies for it, you got to fussy cut it. So, anywho's, we're going to go ahead and get started. And if anybody comes on in, that would be awesome. I'm going to show you what we're using. We are using Country Home. Using this stamp. And let me put it up here. This stamp and this stamp here. Then Buffalo Check. I'm loving this. Yes, I am. I love it, love it, love it. Let me see. Oh, yeah, we're using this sentiment here. So grateful for someone like you in my life. And then we're using one of the layering ovals frameless dies. And I took it out and now I don't know where I laid it, so I'll have to find it. Yeah, I know. I just love to lose things. It's a good thing there's 2 sets in here. Yeah, I got 2 sets of these because I thought I had lost. Oh, there it is. Yep, I knew I'd get one out and I'd find it. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to show you what I have done so far. See, I stamped it. I colored it. Oh, Debbie, you're going to love it. You'll love it. And I cut it out. This is what takes so long. And I'm not perfect at it. It's not really good. Because it's easier if you move your paper instead of your scissors. Well, it's hard to move your paper instead of your scissors on the inside of that. Anyway, and then I colored this piece. And fussy cut it out. And here's the other one. And I went ahead and fussy cut that one out. And I'm going to get my paper snips. And I'm just going to show you how I do my fussy cut. Let me get all this excess off of here. I like as much of the excess off as I can. I'm going to shove it to the side over there. I'll put these right up here. I'm just going to start right down here. And we're just going to come along. And what I'm doing with this is I am cutting as close to the edge as I can. And a lot of people, especially, I mean, with this one, it's hard to do that. So I do have that white border around it. But on this, I wanted to cut as close as I can because, see, it's a little bit of the Stampin' Blends out because I colored too close to the edge of my stamped image. And then I'm going to be careful when I come up around here. And because that's really is kind of thin, because I wanted this cut out because I didn't want that white, you know. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Shelly. I'm glad y'all joined us. I'm just fussy cutting right here, and because we don't have dies for these, but y'all know that. Yes. So anyway, this is how I fussy cut. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to my edges. I learned this a long time ago when I used to use Copic markers. Okay, I'm moving my scissors instead of my paper. Did y'all see that? Okay. Now, I am going to, these are the colors I used. I used Daffodil Delight, the light Daffodil Delight. I used the dark soft seafoam because the light was a little too light. I used the light smoky slate, the light crumb cake, and this is the dark basic black. Hi, Susan. I'm glad you joined us. Thank you. Anyway, this is what I'm going to show you what I've learned a long time ago. You can take a marker and take the edges of it and just run around the edge. This works especially if you stamp your image with black ink. And since I used Memento Tuxedo Black, going around the edge, and that makes that edge black, and the white doesn't show then. And I think it looks neater because no matter what, I cannot get every bit. And look at there what I just did. Oh, I broke it because I cut it too thin. But that's okay because whenever I glue it down, because I am not popping this up, believe it or not, I can glue that right back down to the edge of this. So I am not going to cry about it. I'm going to be okay with it. Now, we're going to move our Stampin' Blends because I do not need them anymore. And I'm going to scoot these right up here. We are going to next, we're going to use the Stamparatus. Yeah, oh man, I love this thing. And oh, I'm going to tell y'all, I'll tell you, they have going to have accessories for our stamparatus. Oh yes, I am so excited about that. They're going to, just look here. I cut down a piece of my grid paper and made me this for the inside here. And then I get online today and I get on my demonstrator page, and they are making grid paper for our stamparatus. I am so excited. I am just so excited. They're making us some plates. That way we can put our stamps on our plates and then just move them as we need them for where we've got them. Boy, you know, if you're doing lots of the same card, you could do everything then. You could do your stamping of your stuff, and then you could do your sentiments over here. Then you could take another plate and you could do some of the other stamps. Oh man, I'm so excited about it. I can't wait. I can't wait. Just really excited. No, Shelley, I did not stock up on the fast fuse. And the reason why is I've got to learn to love the snail. Although I am using more liquid glue than anything now. And I use my snail a little bit because since they retired the fast fuse, I wanted to learn what we did have, you know. So I did not stock up. Of course, now, when they had the last special on the fast fuse, now I did, you know, whenever I got the refills free, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I had stocked up. So, I have plenty. I have plenty. But I just didn't want to stock up again today. Alrighty. We are going to take our cardstock. I knew exactly what it was. I just couldn't get it out of my mouth. And I am going to lay my stamp right there like that, and then I'm going to pull it up like this. Now what I'm going to do is move everything except for this, because this is red rubber. We do not need the mats and things down here. The only thing I want down here is this grid paper, because of the fact that my stamp is bigger than my paper is. I am not using magnets on it because I want to get the whole thing, and I'm going to hope that I get it all stamped just like I like it in one go, using our Poppy Parade. And hi Carrie, glad you joined us. Woohoo! And I am going to ink up my stamp over here. I know y'all cannot see all of that, but I'm going to ink it up really good, and I'm trying to keep it because I do not want any lines in my stamp whatsoever. And I'm going to tell y'all why I'm using Poppy Parade. I am a diehard Alabama fan, and this is the closest color we had that I wanted to represent Alabama's Crimson Red. This is Carrie. Alright, now then, I'm going to press it down. I am going to rub it so hard and so much because I want this to adhere to my cardstock really good the first time, because I know whenever I pull this up, my paper's going to come up with it. And I'm not going to have a chance to do this again because of the fact my paper's going to move. And it's not going to be in the same place. And I know that's the beauty of having the stamparatus, is that you can do that. But whenever your stamp is bigger than your cardstock, you can't. So, and you can't use the magnets unless you want to get ink all over them. Whereas whenever this fold comes down on top of your magnet, it's going to have that spot on it. You're going to have that blank spot on your cardstock that's not going to be inked, and you know we don't want that. Don't want that at all. Hi, Carrie. Glad you came. Yay! So, I'm going to give it as good of a rub as I can and hope that it takes this ink really good this one time. Oh, yes. Look at there. Look at there. I had my cardstock over this way a little too far. I really needed it over a little bit because I've got this line of white right here. And you can tell here. But that's okay. You know, I'm not going to sweat that. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to cry over it or anything. And if y'all have not seen our new chamois, oh, looky here. Look at, yeah, mine's so dirty. But that's okay. It doesn't come off. You just wet it. And it's awesome when you're using your Stamparatus. You can just do your stamp like this. Get all of that off. Look at there. It's awesome. Love this thing. Of course, look here. I'm getting it all over my hand. I really have this lovely desire to go to work with poppy red hands tomorrow. Let me get me a baby wipe. Don't even ask me anymore at work. I go to work with inked up hands so much, they don't even ask me anymore. They might look at me funny sometimes because I can come to work with some funky colors. Anyway, all right. Now then, that's all I'm going to use my Stamparatus for. But look there, is that not just gorgeous? I so love it. And see, my grid paper saved everything. Yay! Love it, love it, love it. Love my Stamparatus. I'm going to set her over here out of the way. And now we're going to start putting our card together. We have a Poppy Parade piece of cardstock, 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to go ahead. Looky here. I've been cutting ribbon, and our Halloween black ribbon, it's got this glitter stuff on it, and I thought I got it all off my countertop, but obviously I didn't. Just getting on my cardstock here. Okay. We're going to give this a nice, good crease here. There we go. Now we're going this direction with it, like this. But first we are going to take, and I sure hope I did not use the wrong piece. And yes, I did. Look at there. That's my envelope. I am such a dodo. I know. Okay, I told y'all I was going to miss something. Do I not always miss something? I'm just so good at that. So good at that. Look at here. We're using chicken wire. Yes, we are. I love it, love it, love it. Let me see. Okay. I was supposed to have a 6x6 for that, and I didn't have one. Shame on me. Okay. I need, whisper white's what I need. You would think, been home since 3 o'clock today, you'd think I would have had everything ready and everything done. But we have everything ready and everything done. That's so funny. Not me. I need to start double checking all of my stuff, don't I? Yep, that's what I need to do. Okay, we were going to cut this 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So 1 2 3 5 3/8. I'm going about this so totally wrong. Like my trimmer would be going that way, not this way. This bugs me. It's wrong. It's wrong. Anyway, set her right there, because we're going to put this behind this, And this I want to trim down. I'm going to trim it down to, for some reason or another, me and writing down measurements did not happen when I was doing this card. Why? I don't know, but I sure did. Okay, we are going to go, going to go 4 this way. No, let's go this way first. I think we're going to go 5.5. Very small. By 4. Oh, there. There we go. All right. Now that's going to go on the front of the card. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you how we are going to use our chicken wire. See, I cut this. Let me find my paper snips again. And we're going to cut this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to count down. Let's see. That one doesn't look like it's cut good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want 5 whole ones. So we're going to go right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go right down the middle of this one right here. See, they got these little, excuse me. Go right down the middle and just snip it until it snips really easily. And I'm sorry, my phone is dinging. Now, it's been dinging like mad this afternoon. And it'll probably ding like mad tonight, too. So, I am sorry. Hey, Stephanie. So, and don't throw this away. You can use this for something else. That's a perfect size for something else. Never throw scraps away. Never, 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 never. And this right here is going to go across the top right here. See, perfect. Perfect. Now, I'm going to show you how we're going to adhere this. I am going to get a piece of good paper that's pretty dirty. You can see I've stamped on this one a bit. And what I'm going to do is take my liquid glue. I'm going to just drop me some on here. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Just drop me some on there. I'm going to take this. I'll tell you what, this side is silver. This side is white. Do you know you can color this? I haven't tried it yet, but yes, you can. And I've got a piece of one of our sponges. I cut them usually in about 8s, 6s, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to take some of this, dab some of this off. And what I'm going to do is dab this on here. Now, yes, it's going to make my fingers messy. So I'll have to wash my fingers when I'm through. But there's that. I'm going to set that there. We're going to pick it up. And sorry if my noggin gets in your light. I'm going to try not to let it. And we're going to lay this down right here, doing my best to get it as centered as I can. And there we go. Look at that. I love it. I love it. That is an awesome way. I cannot remember who taught me how to do that, but I'm going to tell y'all, it works wonders. I love doing it like that whenever I've got something like this to glue down. Is that not wonderful? And look at there. No smears, no smudges. The other one, my first one, my sample one, I got smears and smudges. This one, perfect. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now we're going to lay this down on here. And we're going to use our liquid glue on it. Okay. Center it up just like that. Now, Now we are going to put it on the front of our card. It has a very small frame around our buffalo stamp, and then a small frame around our first layer from the Poppy Red, or Poppy Parade. I love this though. Look at that. All right, now then, we are going to take our other piece of Poppy Parade, and we're going to run her through our big shot with our die. So we have our big shot, we have our magnetic plate, we have one, we have our magnetic platform, we have one standard plate, we have our die. I'm going to lay it down. Let's get our other standard plate. I know, isn't it lovely? I've been using it just a little bit. Not too much, just a little. So we're going to run it through like that. Okay. Now then, we're going to put her back over here in her little spot. And there we go. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to, I'm not going to use that one, I'm going to use this one right here. And we're going to put this on our oval like this. First of all, I want to decide exactly where I definitely want it. And I definitely want it in, you know, pretty centered, as best as I can get it. And thinking about right there. First thing I'm going to glue down is going to be our flower and these little thingies. They look like, I'm not sure, I know they have a name. And our cotton here. I'm just going to dab some glue here and there. I am not going to glue the whole thing down because I want this part to stand up a little bit. So we're just going to glue that fuzzy on there. This lined up, and we're just going to slip this under just like that right there and lay it down. Oopsie, look at there. That's one thing I like about the liquid glue. I can scooch it around for a few seconds, and sometimes it wants to scooch without me wanting it to. All right, now then, we're going to put some glue on here, and just going to dab a little on the handle. I've got baby white fuzzies on my fingers. Okay, we're going to lay that down right there, just right like that, to make it look like those flowers are coming right out of this water pitcher here. Just like that. You know, this makes me think of those metal water pitchers that my great aunt and uncle had. They lived up in the hills of, well, they lived up in the hills of Alabama. Yes, we do have some hills in Alabama. And it was in Gunnersville. And I can remember going there whenever I was growing up. They did not have running water. They did not have electricity. And they had a well, and I'll tell you what, that was the best water you could ever drink. It was always so cold. And she would have pitchers like this, and they were metal. They were metal, and it kept the water cold. It was so wonderful. It was so wonderful. Just loved it. Okay, now then, we're going to go ahead and get our sentiment stamped on the inside. And let me see. Now, what did I do with it? Oh, my goodness gracious. Leave it to me. I'm not going to be ready. Why would I ever think I was going to be totally ready? I don't know. You know, why do I ever think I am? Here we are. So grateful for you. So here is our picture stamp and our flowers. We're just going to pull that off. We're just going to put this one on here, crooked here. Let's get it straightened up. That's better. We're going to ink it up right here, and we are going to line it up the best I can, right side up instead of upside down. Ta-da! Look at there. I got it straight. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Now then, let me close this. I don't need to wear a whole handful of Poppy Parade to work tomorrow. Alright, now what I did is I had a nice strip for the other one because I cut it out the right size. All I have is a small strip that I was going to put on here in the inside of my card here like this. And I'm going to go ahead and use this anyway. Maybe a teeny tiny strip, but it'll be okay. I'm just going to ink it. I'm going to ink it. I'm going to use some my wonderful liquid glue. I'm going to go right down through here and get it on my fingers. Why not? Get everything else on there. Might as well get the glue on there too. Really nice. And more than I did with the chicken wire. Tell you what, they said if you don't order the chicken wire by Wednesday, they're going to have it on not order status because it was so much popular than what they thought it was going to be. Can you believe that? I can. I can because it's awesome. I love it. I totally love it. So if you're wanting some of that chicken wire, you need to get an order in before Wednesday so you can get some. You know, you'll be on back order, but hey, you're on the list to get some. You don't have to wait until all the back orders are filled and then them get an inventory in of it. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if you do, just go on to my, if you don't have a demonstrator, I gotta get this glue off my fingers. If you don't have a demonstrator, just go to www.sharonswafford.stampinup.net. I'd love to be your demonstrator. Love it, love it. And you always get something in the mail from me whenever you order from me. Because I really appreciate my customers. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, now I'm going to show y'all. You can salvage this. Just going to dab some glue there. Let me put a little more on here. And this is going to go right here, just like this. It's going to look like it's sitting on that right there. And I am going to lay that down. I'm going to come around here with this, and we're going to lay this right back down here where it's supposed to be connected. And there you go. Now, can you tell I ever tore it off? I can't. Hi, Miranda. Glad you joined us. Woohoo. All right. I bet Miranda, see, if I hadn't said so, Miranda would never know that I tore the handle right up here. Just plumb tore it apart. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to put the inside in. This card. All right. Let's do that right now. Here's the inside. Look at there. Isn't that awesome? I love this. Just love this. Look at there. Oopsie, didn't get quite enough glue down here in the corner. Let's get a little dab on that. Because a little dab will do ya. Little dab will do ya. Ta-da! There we go. Now, okay. Now, you know what we're going to do with this? I bet you can guess. Bet you can. Yippee! We're going to pop it up with some dimensionals. Why not? I mean, you know, gotta do some dimensional popping. Can't make absolutely nothing without dimensionals. I love these things. Love them, love them, love them. I'll tell you. I know I use so many. Probably use more than I have to, but I do not like my things to be saggy whatsoever. Do not like it to be saggy. See, and that's not going to be saggy. So, hey, and you know, these are not too bad price anyway, because you get 300 in a package. That's a lot. And it's a good thing because I use a lot. Yep, I do. Because I love these things. I love to pop things up. Oops, I thought I got that one. Okay, now we're going to come about right here. Make sure it's level. It's about even. Let's get it over just a little, and there we go. Look at there. The card's finished. Envelope time. You know good and well I have to do the envelope. Can't do without doing the envelope. And we are going to use this stamp here. I'm going to take this one back off. We're going to put this one back on. Let me see. We're going to ink up this part right here. That's all I'm going to ink up. Just that little bit right there, because all I want is a little bit of this cotton. And we're just going to ink that much right there up. Nope, that didn't ink very well. I'm not tapping it hard enough, I guess. Tap it a little harder. It's not inking like I want it. There goes my computer again, acting stupid. Yippee. Now, I think that's what I want it. Then we're going to come and we're going to move that. We're going to come right here and we're going to stamp this just like that. Now then, okay, we're going to use our, did I tell you I used like smoky slate? I think I did, because that's what I colored the picture with. Alright, we're going to use our Post-it note. We're going to stick it in here, because if we don't, our ink from our Stampin' Blend will go through. And I am going to give a little shadow to the bottom of these pieces of cotton here with this light smoky slate. Just a little bit right there like that. Okay? Just like I did here. I don't know if you can see that or not. So there we go. So there is our first card and envelope. Here's the one we just made. Here's the one I already had. And there's the inside. And see, I had a bigger piece before. But that's okay, because see, this looks good too. It doesn't have to be a big piece. It can be a small piece. Because it's still, no matter what, it pops it out. You know, and it looks good. So, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, okay. Now then, let's go to our next card. Alright. Puppy Parade. I'm going to stick it right there out of my way. Yes, I am. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use Stays On this. This one, because we're going to use watercolor pencils, I'm going to do this as quick as I can. Because, let me see, how much time we got? We still got enough time. Because our last card is going to be really simple and really easy. And it's not going to take as long to make. So, we'll be okay. We should be okay. We're going to be okay. Alrighty, for this card, we are using Mossy Meadow. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to go ahead and give it a nice crease with our bone folder. Okay, let's move our colored pencils, watercolor pencils out of the way. And that right there. I'm going this direction with it. We are using Pleasant Pheasants. Was not ordering this snip set. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Stephanie and Jeannie, Miranda, everybody. Thank you. I didn't care for it. Other than this, I am not a pheasant person. Didn't care for these pheasants. I thought I don't need that snap set. But I'm telling you what, the more I flipped through my little holiday catalog, and the more I saw this, and I saw this stamp right here. This is my most favorite stamp on this set. I thought, I've got to have it. And then when I got it, I really looked at this one. Now, if anybody that saw my, hi Sandra, that saw my live Wednesday, I used this stamp right here. Tonight we're going to use the wheelbarrow, and we're going to use this little border stamp here. We are going to be using wishing you health, happiness, and the riches of God's bounty during this season and always, and the happy Thanksgiving. So we're using everything except for the pheasants. You love this stamp set, Stephanie. I'll tell you what, I do believe that they had to have made this stamp set as a partner to the country home. They had to have, because look, there's so much that can just go together from both of these stamp sets that would just, oh man, they had to have made this one, these two in mind of each other. I just know they had to have. They've had to have. So anyway, here's our stamps on our blocks. We have our envelope. We have Cherry Cobbler, and the Cherry Cobbler is 5 by 3 3/4. We have Whisper White. Well, this is shimmery. Let me take that back. It's shimmery white. It's not Whisper White. It is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. This is what we are going to stamp on. And we are going to use our Stays On ink. Stays On ink is best to use with watercolor when you are watercoloring. So we are going to first do our stamping because it's going to take it a moment for it to dry, and then we will start coloring. Okay, let me get that off. There it goes. Now we're going to start with our wheelbarrow, and our wheelbarrow is going to be on the front. And this, I'll get one chance with this. I'm going to ink it up really good. Pray I've got it straight. See what, I like the shimmery white. It gives it a shimmer to your stamp. Yeah, I got to ink it a little more. I'm going to tell you what I've really noticed with this Stays On ink. It's got a funky smell to it. Yeah, a really funky smell. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, yes. Okay, now I'm going to clean this off really quick. I have my Stays On cleaner. Totally different from our stamping mess, I'm telling you. I don't want it to stain my stamp, although it'd be okay. It won't come off on anything else, but look there, if that Stays On cleaner really cleans your stamp good. Really, really does. Okay, our next, I think we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment next. I am going to stamp it upside down. That way I'm just going to stamp it upside down. I'm going to go upside down with it so that I can hopefully get it straight, because I think I have it straight on my block. I sure hope so. Anyway, we're going to see. I'm going to stamp it right there. Ta-da! Woohoo! Love it. I just love this stamp set now. I don't know why I ever thought, oh, I don't want that. I'm not going to get it. You know, I'm glad I did. So glad I did. Okay, now, on our envelope and on our inside, we are going to stamp these wonderful leaves here. And we're just going to, excuse me, I'm sorry. We went to our daughter's yesterday evening after I went to choir practice because our twins turned 14 yesterday. Yes, Shelley, it does work great. Yes, Stephanie, you do need the country home now. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. I'm just going to come right down here. We're going to go up this side right here with this and lay it down right there. I could have got that a little darker, but I'm not going to sweat it. We're going to do the same thing on our envelope. I'm just going to go right here, come down just a little, and put it on our envelope. Look at there. Yep. Perfect. 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 Okay. Now then, put that cap on there. We're going to cover up our ink. And set it up here because I'm not going to use it anymore. That's all I was using it for. I want this to be really good and dry. It just takes it just a little bit longer to dry than some of the other inks. Okay, we need a blending pen. And we are going to start coloring. We are going to use okay. I'm going to throw them out everywhere. Alright. Oh, no. Do you see that? That's because I shook my box of colored pencils and they got on my paper. I don't know if my eraser, if I can even find what I've done with it, if it'll work and get that off. I'll have to find it first. Right there it is. I don't know if that'll get that off or not. It's making it lighter. It's doing funky things to my paper. You know what? I'm going to leave it. It'll be okay. I'm not going to cry. Now, I promise I'm not going to cry or anything. Okay, we are going to use some, we're going to use Real Red. Real Red. We are going to use, I think we're using, yeah, we're using Calypso Coral. And let's see. Let's start with our wagon. We are going to use Early Espresso for our wagon, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it light. I'm not going to do it, you know, Early Espresso is a darker color, but I don't want my wagon real dark. So I'm just going to do it light. I'm going to color the whole thing before I do any work with my blending pen. So I'm just going to do it light, like this. And then I'll come back with my blending pen and work on that. I'm not going to let this take very long because I want to get to our third card because I think it turned out so cute. And I want y'all to see it. So I want to do it too. I'm going to have to slow down a little bit. I went out the lines. I don't like to color out the lines. There we go. There we go. Right. Now, we're going to take, do that. I'm going to make sure that it's clean. I'm just going to swirl it around and blend this color and get it a little bit lighter because this will lighten it up some more. And spread it on out to the edges like I like it. Okay. I like that. Oh man. Here, a bit right there. Okay, now then. And I just love it that you just do that and you can get every bit of the color off of it. Okay, we're done with Early Espresso. We are going to go with the pumpkin pie. Love pumpkin pie. And that's going to be our pumpkins. I'm going to go just a little darker with it. Yep, just a little darker with it. Look at there. I just love these pumpkins. Johnny did not grow any pumpkins this year. Past few years he has. Always had a vine or two, but he didn't grow any this year in his garden. I was a little disappointed, but that's okay. You'll just have to buy me one. Because I like to have one sitting on the front porch with my fake pumpkins. I have not even decorated my porch for fall yet, but of course we've got like 5 days till fall. So I guess I can wait. Okay, let me get the espresso again. I want to go lightly, very lightly on the stems of the pumpkins. Because, you know, once you cut them, they turn brown. They don't stay green. The stems will turn brown. Just get that right there. Now then, we are going to use the basic gray. And that's what we're going to do. These, all of this right here. And this wheel. All of this is going to be in basic gray. Yep, just like that. And my grandfather used to make wagons when he was alive. Now, he did. I'm going to color the rocks gray. Okay. Did that. This don't have to blend quite as much, just a smidge, you know, because no more what there is of it, it'll be okay. Okay, now then, I forgot to come across here. Okay, just like that. And now then, we need old olive. Old olive, not getting rid of that. Okay, where's my old olive? There it is. We're going to do a little bit of this grass. Not a whole lot on it, just a little. So we want a little grass green here. Okay, and we're going to come back and we're going to blend it out. Just a little bit. Not going crazy with it or anything. Because, I mean, you know, by this time your grass is starting to turn. And it's not as pretty as it was. And so, there we go. And boy, I just got really hard and pushed my nib in. My blender pen, there it goes. I pulled it back out. All right. So, there we go. See, that didn't take too awful long for that. But now, we're going to color our leaves here. So, we're going to go with real red. And we're going to color every, let me see, how many hair colors I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go real red here. And here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go real red here. Real red here. We're going to have 4 separating each one. 2, 3, 4, real red here. Real red here. See, there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, real red here. And then we're going to come back and put Daffodil Delight next. Then we'll come back and blend them out a little bit. Yep, I love this. Tell you what, these leaves are really nice. I like this border. I don't think I've ever had a leaf border before. Let me see what colors I use. Melon Mambo next. It's Calypso Coral. Melon Mambo, where are you? Calypso Coral, Rich Razzleberry. Melon Mambo is going to be next. See, I missed this one. And now once you get the first one, you know right where each of the next ones go, because they're just the next in line. Yep. Okay, we're going to use Calypso Coral. We're going to go Calypso Coral on this side, right here. And it looks like I'm not even coloring them, doesn't it? So I'm just coloring the middle, but we're going to spread it out just a smidge with our blending pen. And then we have our Rich Razzleberry here. It's a little bit darker color. It looks good on leaves, I think. Alrighty, now we're going to get our pen and we're just going to come down through here. I'm not going to worry about cleaning it off. I'm just going to come right down through here because, you know, leaves are not all just one color. They've got several different colors in them. And so Now I'm going to clean it off and start on this. Look there. Isn't that lovely? I love it. I love it. I just love this leaf border. I can see using this on lots of things and looking awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Now then, uh-oh. My laptop went nuts, so it's one of these days I'm going to get a new one. Yep, one of these days. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving. And of course, the one stamp I didn't get out. Why would I have gotten them all out? Yeah. Okay. Now, we're going to use our, since we're using Stays On, we're just going to use Stays On. Stay with the, you know, the same shade of black here. There Stays On. And I'm going to turn it upside down. And turn this upside down. Because I'm hoping I can get this nice and straight. Like right here. Yes. Ta-da! I did it! I did it! Now then we're going to put this card together and we'll have this one through. Yeah. Yeah, and the other one shut. And then we can get to the last one. Yes, we can. Awesome. To get all three of them made. Yeah, you wouldn't believe my mess I have over here. I have a big mess. All right, let's get our pages back over here. Okay. There it is. I couldn't figure out where that one was. It had disappeared on me. We are going to go ahead and lay this one down right here. Okay, don't die on me now. I'm going to lay this down right here on this cherry cobbler. That's right, it is. And yes, cherry cobbler. This is going to go on the inside of our card. So we're going to go ahead and get that laid down, the inside of our card. Just like this. And yes, it's a whole lot smaller, but that's okay. You're going to see why whenever I do the front. Because on my front, I'm not going to put it down straight. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to angle it. And I needed it smaller to be able to do this. Because I'm going to angle this just like this right here. Scooch it down a smidge. Just like that. Now then. And then I'm going to angle this one this way. And if they had been bigger, they wouldn't all fit on here. At an angle. It would stick out on the sides. And this is how I wanted it. Ta-da! So there we have. Our second card's all done. Our envelope is done. And what do you think? Look there. Ta-da! Here's my sample. Got something on it. Here's the inside of it. See, I got my sentiment a little crooked on the sample. But there you go. Oh, I'm glad y'all like it. Thank you. Hi, Norma. Glad you are here. Yay. Okay, let me see what time it is. We have 2 minutes. No, I can't get it done in 2 minutes, but it's not going to take as long. It shouldn't take as long. Anyway, but this one is we are going to use Early Espresso. We're going to use Illuminated Christmas. We're going to use Winter Woods. Oh, I love trees. We're going to use all these trees right here. All of those trees right there. Yes, we are. Those trees right there. And I have lost, oh, there's my instructions. And I'll tell you what, I made this card twice because I didn't like the first time. So I made it a second time. We are using a Night of Navy base, 8.5 by 5.5. I've got it scored 4 1/4. We're going to give it a nice fold here, and we're going to crisp that fold up. Okay, we're going this way with this card. We have a layer of Whisper White that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And we have a piece that is 2 by 1. 2 by 1, I think. I'm thinking. No, 2.5 by 1. Never mind. It's 2.5 by 1. We're gonna stamp on that. We have some Twinkle Twinkle DSP. Don't you just love this? I love it, love it, love it. This is what we're gonna do. Yes, we are. We are. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you what. There they are. They're laughing at me. I thought, where are my stamps? They're over here. They're trying to hide. Okay. We are using... Now, I know... There they are. Here's our trees. Here's our sentiments. This one is the... May the peace and hope of Christ's birth be with you throughout the year. Now, this is going on the inside of our card. I want to make sure it's straight. And then the stars are brightly shining. That's going to go on the front. And that is, we're going to emboss the sentiments. We are not going to emboss the trees. But I'm going to stamp our trees. We're going to stamp our trees in Early Espresso. Sweet. Or we're going to stamp our trees first, and then we're going to emboss. It's not going to take long to emboss. Okay. I think, let's see, which one do I want? I think I want that one for the front. This one for the front. That'll work. Just like this right here. Okay. We're going to come like this. And then we're going to come over this way with it and stamp over here. Now, on the inside, we're going to stamp. I'm going to go ahead and ink up the whole thing because it's easier to ink up the whole thing than just part of it. And I'm going to stamp just a part of it over here because I didn't want trees on the whole inside. And then we're going to take our envelope. We're going to take our envelope right here, and I'm not going to stamp up the whole thing, just part of it, because I'm going to do my best to only put just mostly one tree over here. I know I'm not going to get just one, but mostly one. Ta-da! Just like that right there. Yep. Yeah. So we've got our envelope done. Is that not cool? Yeah. Okay. All right. Now then, we are going to close up our Early Espresso. I don't think I need to wear it with Poppy Parade to work tomorrow. Okay. For some reason, though, it's not wanting to click down. There it goes. Alright. Now, I've got everything piled up here. And I'm saying, oh, it's too much. We have our Bossing Buddy Versamark. This piece and this piece is what we are going to do our embossing on. So, I'm going to emboss over here on this side. And I'm going to emboss right in the middle here on this one. So we are going to embossing buddy right there. Okay. Kind of gives it a spooky look with that embossing buddy on there. Okay, we're going to open up our Versamark. We are going to, yep, this one. The stars are brightly shining. The stars are brightly shining. And we're going to stamp that right there. I know you probably can't see it right now, but when we get it embossed, you'll be able to. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to move this, and pull this down so I can get this about where I want it. That right there. Oh, no! Do you see what I did? I stamped it upside down. Oh, no! Oh, no! I can't believe I did that. Oh, no! Leave it to me. I'm going to be the one that stamps it upside down on live TV. I'm not believing I just did that. Let me give me another piece. That's so funny. Here I am, wanting to get this done because I want y'all to see this awesome card. And I stamped it upside down. Lordy mercy me. Oh my gosh, let me see. I hope I have enough. I do. I am so embarrassed. No, no, not really. I hope this does not dry before I get. Let me go ahead and put the embossing powder on this one before it dries. Because I sure don't want it to dry. Because there's no way I can even that back out. We're using white embossing powder on this. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And it'll be fine sitting here like this until I get the heat gun to it. Oh, my stars. I'm going to set that over there. That's so funny. That is so funny. I've got it turned the wrong way. I can't cut like that way. Let me see. Twinkle, twinkle. It's 5.5 by 4. Oh, my stars. That is so funny. You know, y'all got a good tale to tell on me. And that's okay. I don't care. Okay. 5.5 by 4. Right? Yep. No, it's 4 1/4 by 4. Okay. 4 1/4 by 4. Let me cut it down one more 1/4 of an inch here. There we go. Now then. All right. We're going to emboss, and then I will stamp the trees on it. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Okay. Let's see. Let's make sure I'm going right this time. All right. Here we go. We're going to give this another try. Yes, we are. Right there. Now then. It's right side up. Might not be totally straight, but it's right side up. Okay. Now then, we're going to get our embossing powder put on. Okay. There we go. I'm going to set that over there. Out of the way before I end up hitting it or something. Putting my arm in it or something. And of course, you know what I forget to do? I forget to plug in my heat tool. Whew, it's so hot in my crafty room with the door shut. It's so hot in Alabama right now. I'll tell you what, this last week and this week, it is so steamy. It is so hot. It's ridiculous. It is totally ridiculous. Look at this. You see that? Love it, love it, love it. I love how it turns that white embossing powder into bright. Tell you what, I forgot to heat up the back. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's do that. Look at there. Is that not gorgeous? Gorgeous. The stars are brightly shining. Does that not go perfect with this DSP? I think it does. Now then, I'm going to emboss it here on this side. May the peace and hope of Christ's birth be with you throughout the year. I know those stars kind of blend in with the words, but it still looks good, I think. Look at there. I blew the backings from the dimensionals everywhere. All right. Let me set this over here. Out of our way. Now then, let me go ahead and get my trees back over here. Let me get my okay, I have just slung things everywhere, and I don't have a clue what I did with my early espresso. There it is. I covered it up and didn't even realize. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to ink up these trees again. I'm going to get like this. Right over there. And we're just going to get part of these trees right here. And come down just a little. Ta-da! I like that. I just love this stamp set. I love trees. I love trees. I do, I do, I do. Okay, that's all of our inking. We're going to close this up and finish up this card. I'm going to set that one right there. We're going to come back to this one right here because that's the first one that I did. And I can feel embossing powder on it, but that's okay. We're going to glue it to the back here. Yep, just glue it on the back here, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to lay this down. So this is really, well, if Sharon didn't stamp upside down, we could say this is a really quick, simple, easy to make card. And you could do it in quantities. Just stamp all your trees, then stamp all your sentiments, and then, you know, and then put it all together, and you'd be done in no time, as long as you don't stamp it upside down. Hi, Shelly. I'm glad you're here. I'm almost through, but you can watch it. Yeah. Tell you, I really enjoyed your Cuddles videos today. She is so adorable. Cuddles is Shelly's mom's dog. She's beautiful. She's a pretty girl. And she's a sweet girl. And don't you say anything different, Shelly. My tablet and phone batteries are both dead. Oh, that's awful. I'll tell you what, I got home and I almost forgot to plug up my phone. I'll tell you what, the battery goes dead so quick on it, and I don't know what's going on with it. This last update, no, the update before, it's just terrible on it. Terrible on it. I don't know what's going on. I think a lot of people complain about the last updates from Verizon on their phones, just sucking the energy out of it so quick. And I'm really disappointed. I'm going to go up there and have a nice little chat with them before I go to Orlando, because I'm going to be in classes all day down there, and I've got to have a good battery life on my phone, you know, because I'm not going to have any place to plug it up to charge it. So, got to have a good battery life on it. There we go. Look at there. Ta-da! See, I told you, once you get it done, and when you do it right, instead of upside down. No, Shelly, that dog is not a pain in the butt. That baby is pretty and it's sweet. Just ask your mama. Okay, let's flip her. This is what I put on the inside so you can write on it. I knew I had that for something. All you need is to sign your name. You just need something to sign your name on. I didn't really want to put anything in here because to me it takes away from it. But you got to have something there to sign your name that they can read it. Because of the fact that all of this Night of Navy is so dark, you know, you got to have something white to sign on. So that little piece of Whisper White's perfect for that. So there we go. There's that one. I'll move this out of the way. Throw it over there. Here's the inside. Now, this is not the inside of the right one. This is the first one I made. And I thought, oh, I'm going to love this like this. And boy, I can't even find my other one. Because I did one like this then. But I did it with the early espresso with the sentiments too, but it didn't show good. See, you can't see them very good. I can see it. I know it's there. You know, so, yes, you do need white embossing powder, Jessie. Thank you, Norma. Thank you, Miranda and Shelley. But it was here a minute ago. There it is. Anyway, here's the other one. So I got that a little crooked. This is really crooked. But anyway, here's the inside and the front. So here is my cards. So I'm going to show you all 3 of our cards we made tonight. Here's that one. Here's our second card. I'm going to try and get them all in the picture. All in the picture. And here is our third card. Let's get that envelope stuck under here. Enough that I can do this. Ta-da! Can you see them all? I think so. But there we are. There is our cards tonight. I'm going to tell you what. These stamp sets just make my heart pound. Now, next week I'm going to make a Christmas card because I got a new Christmas stamp set that I'm going to make a Christmas card for next week. I know what else I'm not sure yet. But I definitely know I'm going to make a Christmas card. I've got to get my Christmas cards made, you know. I've got a lot to make. But I've got to get started on them. But I do need to make some Thanksgiving cards too. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. I'm glad that y'all like them. Thank y'all so very much. That just make me feel so good. Just make me feel so very good. I'm glad y'all love them. I just love doing this. I tell you, I've got to start addressing these envelopes. Once I get them made, I need to get the envelopes addressed, and I know I could get them sent out to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm bad about not doing that, and I really do need to. And I looked at the back of my stamp, and it was just brown. But anyway, that is it for the night, ladies. Sorry, I went over. Not but 16 minutes. That's not as bad as last week. Or week before last. Week before last, I went over a lot. But anyway, I want y'all to have an awesome week. Have an awesome week. Thank you, ladies. Thank y'all so much. Y'all get in your crafty space. Make something beautiful. And if you want to, post it on my page here because I'd love to see it too. You know, this is a page that everybody can post. Y'all can post your crafty things on and share. Be okay with me. And y'all just have a blessed week. And I love y'all. And good Lord willing, I'll be back here next Monday evening at 7 Central. And we will have 3 more projects to work on. Okay? Y'all have an awesome night, guys. Love y'all. Bye.